name for our for our friend here, Load, because he's in a whole load of trouble. So how you guys doing? We're back. We're doing Kenshi. We're doing the hard the hardcore start. It's called the rock bottom start. There you go. Rock bottom start. Starts off in the middle of the desert. And if you're wondering about the name of the stream, so basically we are never getting a robotic arm. So we are playing an Okran. We're going to be playing an Okranite run of basically this, or Okranite, or I don't know how to pronounce it. But basically he's going to be wanting to actually, because I feel like there's a lot of mechanics to them. I feel like people have really missed. So before I'm not going to waste too much time just explaining it, but I think you'll find out a lot of neat things you may not have found out before if you actually try to help them out rather than fight them, which is generally what a lot of videos are about. So we want to see exactly what happens when it's on the other side. So we're going to try. Now, unfortunately, we're on definitely the wrong side of the map for this. We are in the middle of United Empire's territory, and I think we are also... Okay, we don't know anyone yet, so that's good in terms of at least start enemies with them. But we have to basically work our way to the Empire. We know of them. Kind of, I'm assuming Load kind of believed he saw Okran, or he heard about Okran sometime in the desert, lost his arm, got stuck out here, and now he's going on a little bit of a pilgrimage to the land of the Holy Nation. So we want to actually get to those guys and see what happens. But first, we gotta go get through the Empire. So we're definitely gonna be playing. What do you call it? We're not gonna be playing lawful. There's a joke about with alignment called lawful stupid. We're not gonna be lawful stupid in the sense of that we're not going to immediately attack everyone who's enemies with them, but until we are ready to attack them or ready to fight them. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna just do a real quick check to make sure you guys can hear me. And then we'll be right off. I think so. I hope you guys can hear me. I think so. Did I just have the sound off? Did I just have the sound off? It should be picking up my sound. It should be picking up my sound. Let's refresh it. See if that works. Sometimes you just need to refresh things to get them to work. Every once in a while. Sometimes you just need to refresh things to get them to work. Oh, you know what? I found out what the problem is. Oh, you know what? I found out what the problem is. Okay, hold on. You may be hearing duplicates. There we go. All right, so you guys can hear me? All right. So I had my headphone and a secondary microphone jack. Good start. All right, so let's continue. Without further ado, he is going to be in a real load of trouble if we're controlling him. Okay, going to Shobatai here first. Actually, before we go, though, we're going to want to make sure we bring something of value with us. Now, if you haven't been in Imperial territory before, it is a crime to be poor. So we're going to have some... interesting times with the guards, to say the least. And especially with only one arm. So let's try not to get enslaved within the first little bit of gameplay. Have the same mechanics with fast forward and everything like that. Now let's do quick options. I think I have music off. Or music low. Let's have everything up to the max volume. It might be hard for you guys to hear, but it's kind of low for me. So what we're gonna want to do. Okay, that's iron. Iron isn't really. Iron's not great. What we'll have to do. Oh, is that? Where are those guys? Okay, they don't really notice me. I don't think. Sneak. There you go. So we are in hostile territory, or we have to pretty much treat it as such. Okay, hold on. We have a Okay, hold on. We have a very angry looking thing over there. Skimmer by us. So let's run. Okay, we have one thing of iron. That I'll have to do until we get to town. Is any more, and I'm worried that we'll get ambushed while we're trying to do this. Let's not sneak. Let's run. Let's fast forward a little bit. Poor Load, his arm. All gone. Oh, there's a fight going on over there. Which could be useful, but there's also a fight going on over here. And I don't want to get... I want to get into a... Starving Vagrant. I want to get into a fight I can't win, so to speak. And I could pick up the remains. Who are they fighting? Oh, dogs. Yeah, for sure. Oh, they're unconscious. They're not dead, though. I could take their gear, but we're not, you know... I don't know. I think we need to get some food first, because we are we're malnourished, to say the least. Continue. We're gonna get to town first. I think that's hold on, that's our priority. Let's get to town first. We can always loot later. I think the most important thing is to get somewhere safe. The skimmers can run pretty fast, so we also need to make sure our athletics are pretty good. Oop, loading in. Oh. Is this the gate? No, not the gate quite yet. Let's get in here. Hopefully they don't stop me for being poor. Oh boy, thank goodness they didn't stop me this time. Okay, so let's see. We need a way of making money. Or we need a place to sell this first, and then we can there should be a rock. Yep, right there. Is that copper? Oh, it's copper. Copper typically sells a lot better than steel or iron. I should say iron. Let's go over here. Okay. Let's go ahead and start working on that copper. It'll be appropriate him starting as a one-armed miner. See if loads, gets the mother load of copper. So right now he understands he's in hostile territory. He's not going to be sneaky, so to speak, but he's also not going to get himself in unnecessary trouble, because his whole point is to learn more about Okran at this point, and he can't do that if he is dead. So let's make sure he stays alive, shall we? Got these little mounds here. Grass. Was that Samurai Noble? Oh, please. That's a noble hunter. Let's stay away from them. Do we have some up here? What's that? Oh, that's iron, but nobody's around there, so that might be safer. I really don't want to mess with a noble hunter. Can hunt me for fun. There are no good guys in Kenshi. Probably best. But my recommendation is, if you're playing this game, there's no objective good guy. And that's what we love about the game. I think, at least that's one of the things that appeal to me, is you can be the good guy if you want, or you can be just another one of the bad guys, or you can kind of side with one of them, like kind of the lesser evil, so to speak. See, we're doing that. Hold on, let me make sure everything's still going good. Yep, looks like everything's still going good on the stream. Cool. I have to use a little bit of a different method with Kenshi, but you can fast forward for his mining. This is unfortunately going to be how many people's journeys begin. Especially if you do the one-armed start, you will very likely be emaciated and mining metal for a little bit. Unless you just find bodies and get lucky or something like that. But generally you're not going to get like a samurai body or something like that. You're generally not going to be lucky enough to get a samurai or a slaver get knocked down and then be able to take their stuff. And even then, you may not be able to risk getting in conflict with these guys. Our guy's pretty painfully emaciated at this point. See how he's doing on iron. Mining iron is not a fun thing here. That's okay. I think that we're probably safe with that noble hunter gone. We're gonna go sell this other. We need to buy some food. Preferably a house at one point, but not here. We want to buy a house in Blister Hill. If we can. Oh, we got another one. We also need to work up our athletics, but we'll worry about that later. There's a whole world open to us now of possibilities. Good thing is dust storms are going to help us sneak. So, you know, I might even sneak around just a little bit just to get that kind of get better at it. Even though we're not really playing a sneaky guy. I mean, good to know I can hide from monsters, so to speak. Again, we are definitely playing the lawful smart, not lawful stupid in this case. We're going to try at least. Oh, okay, let's trade. And once we get more people, we could probably even bring some more converts over to the cause, so to speak. Mercenaries are not a bad option. Mercenaries are definitely not a bad option, but for protection. But I'm not doing it right now. Also, I kind of feel bad leading them to death sometimes. Because a lot of times what ends up happening is the mercenaries not every mercenary makes it out. You can technically import your character into a different world, but what's the fun in that? Unless like something really like buggy happens. Oh, still. Oh, we didn't buy any food. We should buy food pretty soon. Otherwise, we're going to be in some trouble. The good thing is this is going to level up our athletics, running back and forth. Very similar to how we were doing Survivalist. I think we can actually check our stats here. So we're going to go. We got to remember that hackers is where it's at for us. Because our ultimate goal is the Paladin's Cross weapon. Paladin's Cross. And heavy armor. We could do some dodge in martial arts just so that way we can get good at it. But we're going to only ever have one arm. So we're going to be a little bit hindered in that regard. Yeah, missing arm penalty 33%. So we're going to have a big negative just from missing an arm. Yeah. I don't know why it's saying robotics, but hunger is making our strength even worse. However, this can, extreme starvation can make you level up a little faster because if things are hard for you to carry, right, you get more experience for it. So there is some logic in staying hungry a little bit in this game. If you get really high strength, hunger deprivation can help you out. Or what call it? Not hunger deprivation, but food deprivation. It's more helpful than you may think. Now, we're not going to try to get absolutely crazy rich before we go. We're just going to try to get enough that we can have some decent amount of food. Because I think what we ultimately want to do is start kind of an outpost for the Holy Nation. Not quite at the middle ground, but we're going to help. Because right now, the Holy Nation and these guys, the Free Cities, are in a war. Or they were in a war. So they're not nice to each other right now. So we kind of want to be a little bit undercover for them, but then at the same time, we want to help them win. So if you want some kind of like a lowdown on the factions, basically, the big two major teams are Free Cities and the Holy Nation. There's other teams with the big ones. They're like the big ones you see everywhere. Mainly in the desert for Free Cities, and mainly in kind of that Okran's Pride area, that green area for the Holy Nation. And basically, both of them kind of have I'll call it the Holy Nation's like a random selection. Basically, their leader is chosen at random from an eligible group. Basically, anyone that they can, and basically. Well, hold on. Let's hope they don't attack me. Okay, hold on. They might be attacking me soon. So basically, it's like chosen at random at birth. So sometimes you have great ones, and sometimes you have absolutely terrible ones. So really, like one of the first ones is supposed to be really great, and then this one's like really, really like hardliner, right? So it's kind of random selection, right? Whereas this one is like more tolerant of people in general, but then they're like objectively evil government. Like it's kind of weird. So it's like one's like objectively evil leadership, like literally like they only like the oligarchy that's in charge literally picks people equally as evil as them, or at least from everything I've seen in the in-game lore. They objectively pick people that are based kind of off of what they want, right? And the Holy Nation is like 50-50 of absolutely the worst or not all that bad. So but then but then there's some people that just could never be a member of the team. Like if you're Shek, if you're Hiver, if you're Skeleton, you could never join the Holy Nation. Only Greenlanders and Scorchlanders and stuff like that. So they've definitely both of them have their really negative traits. So you can kind of make either a better faction, or you can make a yourself, or you can try to just join up with one. So I think what we're doing. Oh, I think I accidentally had him run off. Yep. Let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, we're getting really close to deadly hunger here. I'm pushing it because I want to get the extra weight. But I might want to do that. Because I think we're going to move into starvation soon. I don't know if we're... Stat penalty is real bad. Suffering from malnutrition. Yeah, we're doing pretty bad on health right here. Okay, I think that's enough. We'll have them run back. Because if something happens, we need to make sure we have enough food to get to another town, possibly. Or do something. Oh, somebody's noticed us. Or somebody's doing something. We're in like a yellow. I don't know quite what's going on there. Ooh. It's been a while since I've played. I played this a lot. I think I have like 300 something hours played of Kenshi. I know there's definitely people who've played a lot more than that. But it's a fun game. And I highly recommend it if you haven't played it before. Shek and Scorchlander are kind of like combat focused. Greenlander is like farming and kind of focused, and then there's kind of all kinds of different ones. But I think the main thing is we're gonna have is Greenlanders and Scorchlanders, because those are the only ones that really get accepted in the Holy Nation, and we're kind of working with them this time. Don't also, like, if you're playing for the first time, you'll probably see a lot of stuff immediately about going right against the Holy Nation or outright. I recommend, even if you're going a hostile with the Holy Nation, if you have any Greenlander or any Scorchlander in your faction, there's a lot you can benefit from first. Like, you can get rations for free from them. You'll get like a protection as long as you basically go through like a little holy day, kind of if you have a colony. So like, so you can kind of get around having to fight. You don't have to fight them if you don't want. And same thing with the free cities. Is just avoid like their nobles, and you don't have to like really fight people outright. A lot of people I think get into combat with a faction outright way too big, way too big for them to really handle. And which can be fun because there's whole like mechanics of if you get enslaved, things like that. Oh, I don't know if we didn't buy food. Let's go back and buy food. And both factions enslave people. If you get enslaved in Holy Nation, which I think only happens if you're one of the unaccepted species that they have. I don't remember if Greenlanders can be. Unless they do something like state narco, something about narco or something like that. How much money do we have? We got a budget. We gotta get the best value out of our. So that's 50 for pretty much half. So that's gonna be our best value, I think. Actually, maybe survival meat. 15 for 74. I mean, that sounds like it's better here. So we're going to do the cheapest food as possible. I mean, we have to carry a lot of it, I guess. So we're not going to skimp on the food right now. We need as much as possible. We can make up the money. Okay. We don't have any clothes or anything, so we'll have to... Hold on, there is a... I think they had like someone knocked over here. There we go. I think... Yeah, I don't think it's a crime to actually check him out. Because I think since he's still considered that he committed a crime. Oh, they're eating him, so I'm going to check him first. Yeah, it's not theft. Okay, now we got a weapon. Perfect. And it's a defensive weapon, which is great. Not gonna worry about that meat. I'll carry that so I can sell it. So this is good. We got some early game loot. There we go. Oh, I'm giving him my hacker. Whoops. Okay, we got clothes now. We're dressed. Can you believe it? Check him. I think we didn't take his clothes. Shoddy grade. Which one's better? 24, 95, 10. 24, 95, 10. Cut resistance. Okay, value 107. Value 107. Pretty much is the same. Half pants the same. I would sell it, but I don't know. I don't think I have the space. Well, either way, let's go and get... I might have the space after selling some of this stuff. Go ahead and sell in the trade goods store. Why not? Or in fact, do they have a weapons shop here? They have. Oh, there's the slave shop. So basically, like like one has like religious slaves. Like they enslave all the the species they think that will get like reborn as human if they basically get enslaved. And they only go to rebirth basically to work on like a pointless statue. And then you have these guys who use them for economic purposes. So anybody can get enslaved, but there's not like a particular group of people who get enslaved more than anyone else, other than poor people. So it's like kind of class warfare versus race warfare a little bit. One faction with more, one's more speciest and the other one's more classist. And then we have the Shek, which are literally, I read in the lore that basically they're actually supposed to be devolved humans. Like there's an experience where they got devolved, and there's a few of them that are like trying to be peaceful. But like generally their leader is basically whoever's the strongest at the time. So it's kind of a lot more, it's kind of like the Holy Nation, to be honest, in terms of you never know. You could have a great person, you have a terrible person. Because no reform ever sticks. Because their government's entirely based off of whoever's the strongest at the moment. It's total despotism, which in like a RPG game, is ideal because you're always going to end up, well, hopefully end up being the strongest person by the end of the game. I mean, ideally. Let's see. Let's see what other clothes we can snatch up. Oh, we can get that and that. Okay, cool. We can sell that. We'll sell it to the bartender. Or, hold on. I forgot. Did they have a merchant for clothes? Noble. Travel gear. Yeah, travel gear. And they have the police station, which we can do bounty hunting. Let's see, okay. And they have residential houses. But we're going to just go ahead and sell to the... it doesn't really matter which merchant we really sell it to right now. We're definitely not at the state in which we can be picky. Oh, it's considered that stolen? Well, if I cook it, it won't be considered stolen anymore. So, let's go and build a camp. I love the camping. I wish there was more purpose for camping in this game. I love it. It's just you don't get to use it as much as I'd like. Like the tents and everything are awesome to me. They help more like if you're all humans. Or like basically there's no reason to really use a tent or a camp like there's these big tarp things. No reason to use them if you're pretty much any hiver. Ooh. Which would actually be another fun one to do. Is a full-on hiver team with no armor at all. Okay, where are we going? We're going for campfire. There you go. Confirm. Now let's go cook this meat. Now we put that campfire. I think the campfires give light. I'm not entirely sure. We might try to put a campfire by our mining spot. Oh, is he cooking? Oh, I think he did. Yep. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get rid of it. Oh, no, he's still got it in there. Speed that up. But I'll show you all the tips and tricks if you want to play an Okran. Basically, the main thing is make sure to get their book from the Book of Okran from a vendor in their towns, and then you're set. It's free stuff for life. It's free stuff for life when you get their book, which is kind of why I end up liking helping them more often. And yeah, they're both kind of bad and bad, but one gives you free stuff. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue. If the ultimate goal is for you to becoming the ruling power, then I get, when you really think about it, you're really just going to help whoever helps you get to that position quickest, right? Especially if they're both bad. Let's go ahead. Let's build that campfire right by us. Camping, I don't think we will be able to. I think it's considered too close. Oh, there's a... Actually, it might be fun. We might be able to become the new Phoenix by taking over the Holy Nation. We'll see. Now, as you get, you can actually ally with factions later on in the game, which is going to be our goal for right now. And when you ally, pretty much the other two major factions, the Czech Kingdom is technically also another major faction. I'll mention them a lot because they don't really do. The funny thing is the Czech never hassle you, but the only reason they never hassle you is because their current leader is just curious what if they listen to one of the their advisors. They're one of their advisors saying, "How about not attack people?" So it's like on a whim. It's like their entire foreign policy in this game for the Czech is literally on a whim. And they have like a splinter faction that wants to do it like the other way, which pretty much it's not much of a. Pretty much every government in this world is not long for not nearly what one would call fun to live in, depending on who you are. He's like, if you're a noble, you're having a good time in United Cities, and if you're what do you call it, a Greenlander or a Switzerlander, you have a good time in a Holy Nation. And if you're a Czech, I mean, you're pretty much having the same time as everybody else in the Czech Kingdom. Czech Kingdom, it's like, if you're tough, you get to say what it is, and if you're not tough, then if someone wants everyone to wear funny hats, by golly, you're gonna wear funny hats. Make me think a lot of the orcs from, if anyone like Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40k, the warlords and everything like that, or the war bosses. Okay, we're almost out of being out of hunger. Light's gonna be a problem for our economy here, or a small mining venture. Now we can get more people, and basically, like, this is where you kind of either go from building your own colony, bounty hunting. There's all kinds of things you can do. Hunting is more profitable, if you ask me, and if you're using crossbows and stuff like that. Crossbows will also be not an option for us, because I don't think you can use a crossbow with only one arm. But hunting swamp raptors is extremely fun. I have a lot of fun with that. Give a lot of people pole arms, have all of them hunt. We may even have like a group of kind of how they have farmers. We might even make like a special hunting squad. We're gonna try to have them use the closest to like faction appropriate armor as possible. So we may have to actually use the polearm rather than the naginata, which is a little bit better, I think, for actually hunting animals. The other one's better if like an armored person comes after them. Oh, we are actually, hold on, we need to go to the bar. And then there's like there's technically the Traders League, which is another kind of faction, and they're kind of in league with the Slavers League. There's a lot of neat faction dynamics going on. I'm really happy that they didn't make like a. I played this back way when it was like an early access, like the early access, and I'm really happy they didn't try to make like an objective good guy. Generally, the Czech are seen as the closest to good guys because they're like good guys at the moment. These are technically at the moment the nicest one. But like their government can be, they're kind of like the Holy Nation, where while the Holy Nation's kind of really hardliner now, they could switch depending on whoever randomly gets it next time. The Czech is kind of that same thing, but with more like something that determines it. Like whoever it is, they have to be someone who can actually beat other people up, or will listen to somebody that can't. So one's more of a lotto, and one's more of like a lotto of tough people. The Traders League is technically the closest thing to good the United Cities comes to, because they're like not technically the Slavers League, but they're in league with the Slavers League, and even then they're like really bad inherent, but they protect all the shopkeepers. So that's what I'm saying. They're kind of the closest thing to good the United Cities comes to. And actually kind of a big problem if you start getting rid of them. Believe it or not. And there's like splinter factions. Like there's the rebel swordsmen for the United Cities. There's the Flotsam ninjas for the Okranites. Which actually, we actually might have to determine who will help in that divide. Whether we'll help the Flotsam or we'll help the actual Holy Nation. We'll see. Because the Flotsam are the same in terms of, like, they don't necessarily, they're like less hardline, but they still like don't like Shek. They might attack Shek still. But the Flotsam are pretty much the same thing. The Rebel Swordsmen are cool. But they kind of treat you like bandits initially. And they have no grasp on economy in this game. Because like if you start like switching things for Rebel farmers, you'll notice that some places do well, other places absolutely go down the drain. The world states in this game are really cool. Mongrel is technically like the Mongrel is like a little city in the fog. I'd say they're the closest thing to objective good guys in Kenshi. Just doing our mining. Oh, there's a little guy hanging out over here. Wonder how he's doing. Looks like he's having a bad day. Vagrants? What do they think of me? Vagrants are... I'm not sure. I'm gonna say we're not the kind of person to hit a man on it while he's down, so we'll leave him there. See how he does though. More interesting than watching me mine. Come on, you can do it. I don't know where you're going. I think your leg's hurt. Hold on. We could get a bandage and help him out. Hold on. Let's go help him out. Let's help this guy out. Let's be a good Samaritan here. We might get enslaved before we get the chance though. We'll see. Where is a travel goods? I'm assuming Load's a good guy. He's a good guy, I think. Generally a good guy. Let's go here. We'll see what you guys think, whether Flotsam or Holy Nation. But my initial idea is we're gonna help one of the Okranite teams at least, because I think that there's a lot of cool mechanics with that we haven't, that a lot of people don't end up seeing. There's a lot of stuff about this game, but very few people really cover any of the Okranite stuff. Oh, free stuff. That might be better off than helping somebody. He's not perfect. I said he was a nice guy. He wasn't perfect. Free stuff is free stuff. And I lost where that guy was, so... Oh, starting Vagrant. I think he died a hero. I'll just say that while I take his stuff. Okay, so... Got some more starving vagrants. Oh, he's dying. He's not dead. First aid. I can first aid him. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, never mind. Thank you for your contribution. Oh. What happened to the clothes? Okay, there we go. Oh, we can't pick it up? It's a shame. Take his staff. Oh, did we keep the best of the two swords? I think we kept the best of the two swords. Oh, I think we didn't. Did we? Get the bad one, didn't we? We sold the more expensive one, I bet. Ah, man, I bet I did. Alright, now I feel downright silly. Kind of funny saying that over like a battlefield. Imagine if that, like, imagine getting looted while you're dying and someone's like, "Ah, man, I sold the good one." Oh gosh, there's a lot of stuff out here. That one's kind of okay. Imagine they heard that a lot in the medieval ages. That was the original loot box. The original loot box was joining up apparently in a medieval army and seeing what you could find. We call it, if you happen to capture a noble, you hit jackpot. Okay, we want to keep those, we want to keep that sword. Because that's ultimately what we want to use as sabers. Gonna keep the meat because we need it to eat. Let's see what we can get. What more we can get from these guys? If we take everything and they still live, then we'll think about helping these guys out. They're dying now, but I feel terrible about it. Let's just hope this doesn't go like No Country for Old Men. Watched that movie recently. Haven't had a chance to watch that movie. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but generally I won't. Like, I hope this is a spoiler. If you don't want to hear anything, don't listen. But generally helping out somebody, going back to help somebody out, can end up hurting, messing you up sometimes. And then there's got to be, the travel goods store. That'll be the place. Let's see what we got here. It's funny. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. It's a good movie. How many uses? I mean, that's more uses, I think. So I'm gonna go for that one. I think it's more efficient. Let's help this guy out if he's not dead yet. Okay. First aid. Oh, there's both dying. Okay. He might end up being helping a whole bunch of people. Oh, dead. First aid, help him out. Oh, did he die? Oh, we lost him. He's dead, Jim. Let's see. Let's get our obligatory reference in there. Oh, did they lose like all their limbs but their... Yeah, they lost like every limb but one arm. They got messed up. Okay, I'm looking for weapons here. Oh, wait, are you alive? You're dying. Okay, let's see if we can save you. Be a little bit of a wasteland doctor here. Speed it up a little bit. He's in a recovery coma. Oh, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna make it. He's gonna live. As long as we don't run out of medicine. Okay. Now, we won't get any faction rep with this because he is not a faction. Or for a faction. So, unfortunately, this is just on pure goodwill and training. Oh, I want your stuff, but I can't grab your stuff. I'm throwing it on the ground. And is yours better than mine? Let's see. 496. Good way of telling is looking at money. Okay, it's not much better. So we'll be back for you. You're dead, so you're not going anywhere. Let's come back and let's come back and get that later. Actually, we're making some nice money, I think. Already, you know, we're not doing super great, but not doing bad, considering the time. Let's trade. So that. Take our sword. Go back and get his sword. We kind of got lucky that there was an absolute massacre outside the gate. Pretty much Kenshi in a nutshell. That's luck for you. If you can randomly be witness to a massacre. Can hardly tell we're missing an arm, huh? It's good we were right-handed, right? I think our guy was right-handed. Could have been if he was left-handed. He's in trouble. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Would that be really that rough, or would you just switch? That's gonna sound silly, but I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't just switch handedness. I'm almost sure that would take a long time to get over. I'm almost sure of that one. Oh, we got another armor. Shoddy grade, so it's about the same as ours. Better than these pants, though. So let's throw that way. Ah, he's got another good weapon on him. Let's throw that on the ground so that nothing happens with it. So they don't get up and start running off with it. He's dead, so I can leave it on him. Is he dead? Oh, he was dead, so never mind. I could have left it on him. Okay, so we got a lot of weapons here. So we really need a backpack so we can store a lot more of this stuff. We very quickly promoted from miner to scavenger. That normally takes a lot longer to do. It's very lucky, though, since we only had the one arm. Normally we'd be in much more trouble. Show me your goods. So that. We want the other one because this at least gives us a stealth effect. The other one is like there's no point to it, really. We don't really need a sidearm because we don't have because we don't get an indoor or outdoor bonus with this weapon. Oh, there are the anti-slavers. Oh, how could I have forgotten them? There are the anti-slavers. But they're kind of like in the same boat of the rebel swordsman. Pretty much close to objectively good, but then like no sense on how to actually run a government. So you kind of run into that because their leader isn't really thinking about what he's going to do afterwards. So like all the good guys in the world don't think long term. I can't believe I forgot about the anti-slavers. And they're all like martial artists and stuff, so that's pretty cool. So they're pretty cool. But if you work with them, you kind of start in. If you work with them in the Rebel Swordsman, at least the Rebel Swordsman kind of act like guards. I hope I'm not spoiling anything for you guys that are wanting to play the game. For anybody out there who's wanting to play the game. But generally that's kind of the gist is if someone has a good agenda, they're not really good at executing it in the game. We might want to switch these out on is that just as long as that? Yeah. Huh. Well, how much is this? 12? That's not really worth it to bother with. Let's keep selling stuff. We're getting into clothes that isn't really worth selling. It's free, yeah, but it's going to take more real life time than it's worth. Oh, did I throw a weapon on the ground? I did, didn't I? Where was that weapon? Where did I throw that thing? I should just take the gear off of all of them so I know who I looted. Continue on. So there's kind of good guys. And the hive are there's good hives and there's bad hives, and that's pretty much how you sum it up. It's pretty straightforward with the hives. But only hivers, well, kind of only hivers can really participate in the hive. I mean, they like you being there, but like you're not really like it's like visiting rather than really being a member. And pretty much the one person who isn't accepted there is someone who's not from that hive or is a no hive. We got some wanted posters. Let's take some food and sell that. Okay. I think we're okay. I think we have all the gear we really wanted. I should see if that skimmer would attack those manhunters. But we're safe in the city at the moment. But we're gonna go take some more copper. Get a little more copper. Get a little more food. Get some travel food, and then we're gonna try to set out for the Holy Nation. And first thing we want to do is go get an Okran book, because that's gonna really set us on easy street. Also, we want to get some sandals because then we can run much faster. Oh, hold on. Did I see that guy before? Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you again. I forgot about you. How you doing? Okay. Crippled. Here, there we go. Told you I'd come back for you. Doing all right? If he attacks me, I was going to say, if he attacks me, I was going to freak out. Because we're not gonna be very effective at fighting in the state that we're in. I think we want to get to maybe at least like 5,000 worth of food, because that's like 5 ration packs, and then with some sandals. And then we can do a real quick run over there. And then it's easy street when it comes to hunting, because all we need to do is just get really good at hunting, and that can raise up our dexterity. In the long run, we're doing hackers, which is going to be kind of, I think, a mixture of dexterity and strength, right? We're going to want to go dex, because we're always going to have a strength negative. Robotics, minus 33%. Wonder why. Oh, that's just from missing an arm, I guess. So we probably want to go dex. I wonder if there's a dex hacker. Cutting damage is going to be affected by dex and what do you call it? And so actually, believe it or not, you're probably like with a katana or something like that. You're probably totally okay with one arm. You're probably meaninglessly affected. I don't know if we can even use a pole arm though with one arm. It'd be fun if we could though. We want to go as much cutting damage as possible. Strength's always going to be bad for us. So it's not an option to go the traditional weapon route. Because getting a prosthetic is a no-no. I mean, technically with your allies, they like turn a blind eye to you having prosthetics. But since we're not going to be using any of the ancient, we're not going to do anything that would break like the whole rules of the Okran run. So that means like no sneaking into the narco zone, or there's a thing with tons of like ancient stuff, ancient technology stuff. Pretty much Katoon number 2, I think. Katoon number 2, Katoon number 1. Weapon quality is pretty much what we're going to be stuck with for the rest of the game. So we got to be careful. The good thing is without an arm, we have less places to get hit. And when you're wearing Holy Nation armor, It mostly protects the torso, so we're going to only have one arm that's really going to be in danger. So we can prioritize one arm's safety over the other. Oh, we got a lot of copper in here. Okay. Let's get one more, I think. Or one more batch of 2. Or no, 3. We could do 3. Let's get a little bit more. See how load does. I mean, how's load strength? I think load strength is coming up, right? Probably. Oh, it's strength 2, so that's not really high. Yeah, I think we're kind of rough on that. In fact, actually, for the last few minutes, I can show you something real fun once we get the remainder of these. A real fun exercise you can do. Better with a backpack, but I'll show you a little fun exercise. It's called Kenshi. Was it Kenshi PX90? Is it like what's the exercise program I'm thinking of? It's like this is the Kenshi Bowflex, or whatever those exercise items are. You're about to see the Kenshi equivalent. And it's called a load of copper or iron or your a heavy material in general. Technically, the backpack would be the equivalent of the best exercise tool in the game. That or a dead body. Oh my gosh, we have dead bodies. We do have it. Kenshi Bowflex is online. Is going to be online. Yep, we do. You know what? We're going to just go ahead and get him. You're gonna see pure power building in a moment. Let's get fully loaded down and just carry a body everywhere. Okay, he's dead. Loot him first. See if he has anything useful. Not really. Pick up now. Pick up. Here we go. Oh, I can't carry a person with one arm? Ooh, we're in real trouble. We can't carry someone with... Oh, it's because you use the left arm to hold them over the shoulder. I gotcha. So we can't carry anyone. He can't... He's literally... Ooh, that's bad. That's not good. I was starting to wonder if there was a downside, really. That's a bad one to have. Well, blood loss KO. Let's kill that thing. Take the meat out of something, it'll die. So if you knock something down, immediately take the meat out of it. Oh, I just clicked that into space. I don't know where'd the things go. Hello? Oh, okay. Got him here. There we go. I was gonna say I sent them into space. I sent them into the other realms. Let's see. Now the good thing is I don't think we're in that poor area. Like by poor area, I mean like I don't think we're in the area of economy that we have. We don't have the poor. We're not poor enough that I think the guards are going to attack us on sight. We're in right now, and we're like that middle class area. Right now, I think. I could be wrong. It could be that you have to be an ally to be considered anything above poor. I don't know. I think we're safe from the guards. Oh, they're talking. Oh, doing some lore here. Oh, they're growing something with talons. It's pretty cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and walk out. Talking about raising some kind of thing. Okay, so let's run back over to mine real quick. So we can't carry people. So we're not going to be we're not going to, okay, hold on. There's a battle going over there. Let's slow down. While he's mining, let's do some scouting. Outlaw swordsman. Now we could help the outlaw swordsman and then help the Holy Nation. I don't know. Or help the flotsam ninja and the rebel swordsman. We'll see. But I think we're wanting Lode to kind of be an Okranite character at least. So we can get access to that sweet, sweet travel, free travel rations. I'm obsessed with travel rations in this game. I always have as many as possible when I can. Because or if they do spoil, they spoil real slow. Or, not spoil, but they take it for a long time to get eaten all the way through. We also want some recruits. See. The Holy Nation reminds me a lot of like a post-apocalyptic Ottomans. He's like the Janissaries, kind of being similar to like Rebirth, but instead of being like used as a military force, it's kind of like it's used to build or just hit rocks until they die. Like kind of like a post-apocalyptic, more dystopic Ottoman Empire, and the United Cities is like a dystopic. They're almost like they're almost like a dystopic merchant league or something like that, because they have like nobles, but like the trade guild is like the main. They're like a big power. Because even though like the samurai guards and everything like that, they really aren't really. They're not really like they're like pseudo feudal. I guess maybe you could argue that they're kind of like a shogunate. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how economy factored into a shogunate, but generally they're a dystopic version of whatever it is. I would argue like kind of like a dystopic merchant. There's like a word for it where it's like a merchant, and they have like princes. Like it's like in Crusader. If you play Crusader Kings, it's like if you're a leader in charge of a republic. If you're a feudal leader who has a republic beneath you, there's like a merchant kingdom or something like that. I don't remember the exact word for it. All right, so I think that we've kind of gotten through. I think we've gone through our time here, but I've had a lot of fun. I've enjoyed our first little episode. We got a lot of scavenging done. Got a lot of stuff worked out. So we're gonna see if we can help Lode. Work his way over to the Okran's Pride. See how his interactions go with there, and that's probably gonna shape his journey. His journey with Okran here. So we're going to see how that works out. And I think we'll kind of have it play out naturally as it is. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good day. Let me know if you have any suggestions, and I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.